Hello everyone, and welcome back to another Plan with me. This is Misty with Happy Planning with Misty, and I have got 2 or 3 months I need to set up in my Hobonichi cousin. And so we are going to, so this was January, then this was February, and I just used like the Mojo Jojo plans and some washi tape from Marshmallow Studio, I think is correct. So I need to do March, which I know March is about over, and go ahead and get April and May. So I don't have, of course, me being a sticker printer, I don't have anything for me printed. I've got stuff printed for orders, but nothing for me. So I'm grabbing stuff, piecey parts I've got, and we're going to create. So the thing that I was wondering about is I've got this bottom washi that I can make work. I've got these headers, or I've got these that I can make work and create me a spread for March. And then this sidebar, we might have to pull from one of our planner stickers. So the thing was, is I wasn't sure with this being a cousin how far over, yeah, that will hang. So I would have to trim all those to make those work. And this here, I would just have to, and I do a Sunday start, so that's the other thing. These are thicker, but it would work. Excuse me, y'all. I did make me some tea to sip on because my throat is still giving me troubles. I think I'm going to use this. And I think what I want to do is maybe just run some washi across through there. One that's not real thick. I think that would go with sort of the color vibe I got going on here. So how are y'all doing? I hope y'all are doing good. This is like my 3rd or 4th video, so y'all, if I say some of the same things over and over again, I am so sorry, but I am getting some videos down because I know I've told y'all that we are leaving Monday. Come up, come up. Oh, good. So I'm trying to get some recorded so I can get them uploaded and edited and up on my channel so that while we're gone next week, y'all can still have something to watch. Okay, so I got that. Let's try putting this down here. I'm going to have to turn this book upside down, y'all. Oh, let's hope I don't knock that tea over. Okay. And I'm hoping that I do not take forever to do these monthly layouts because I don't want y'all to have to sit here that long. Let's see. I'll go all the way over here. All right. Set that to the side. And then let me see. Let's flip this back around. And we'll take this, and I want to come from this end. Go this way. Well, that went slap through. I could not get that to cut right, but it finally cut too much. Okay, so we've got that part. Now let's see. Sunday. We had bukus of stuff going on in March. I've got some stuff in April, but May is already filling up big time. So I was like, maybe if I can go ahead and get those things laid down, because right now I've got stuff just scratched down on the dates. Don't have it written on a calendar anywhere, so I'm needing to get it down. Excuse me. Okay, so let's see here. Let me look at my weeks, make sure I date this right. So the first was on a Saturday. Okay, so let's start there. But I had gotten several of these pages like this in a D-stash. There was a lady, now this was probably a year and a half ago. I saw a lady on one of the sites that I'm a part of on Facebook, and she was selling Sweet Kawaii Design, and even the album. She was like, just take it all. I mean, of course, I don't know if it was $25, $30. And she done a video of the flip through to where you could see all the pages in there. And if they have like one complete Kawaii kit or monthly subscription, then it's worth it to me. If you are going to get more than one full kit, like now I'm not talking about just a week kit. I'm talking about if you subscribe to Tasia's Kawaii sub or monthly sub, I think those are like $25 each. So if you can find them in a D-stash, more than one for that price, and then this lady was already throwing in the, I mean, I didn't have to set them up in the album. They come in an album that they actually fit in. And it was a Sweet Kawaii design album. So yeah, I was like, I'll take it. But now, especially during Lent, I was not going, that's one of the things that I said I wasn't going to buy. I'm not going to buy stickers. Now, granted, my right eye was twitching while I was telling the Lord I wasn't going to do it. Every time I had a hankering to buy a sticker, that would make me stop and thank Him for what He done for me on Calvary. So y'all can just imagine how many times I've been able to stop and thank Him. And when I told Marshall what I was doing, he was like, are you sure? It's like, yes, because right now that is what I'm into. That is the thing that makes me smile the most. The most selfish thing I do. I don't go shop for clothes. I don't go. Every now and then I'll have my nails done. And every now and then I'll have my hair done. But that's just to cover up the gray or either to thin it out so my migraines ain't so bad. But thankfully this shot is working good and I might not even do that as often. But what I am into right now is stickers. And y'all, whether I use them or not, I can just sit and just flip through sticker books, and I just admire the talent that is out there. And so I'm gonna set these up with things that I already had instead of spending more. Okay, y'all. So then, let's see here. Let me go back to this here and put this washi back up. And then let's go into this so I can get my month. And then let's look at this for some of the side boxes. That pink would look good. That yellow I think is a bit much. I think this pink would work. Let me turn this just a smidgen. Let's see. Well, maybe I turned it the wrong way. Let me turn it this way so I can go up against this line here. Just like this. Alright, and then let me see if I can find a box to go over that so I can put this will work. Okay, like that, so I can then grab me a March. This March will work, but I think it can be just a little bit bigger. Let me see. try this one. Okay, like that. Then I need one more box. Those are circles. I don't want the exact same one to go there. Let's see, was there a word like notes or remember or something like that in here? Nope. Okay. See if this will show up, y'all. If I write it's not showing up very much. Let's see. Put that on there for cause problems. Let's see if maybe we can trace it. All right, that'll do. And then I'm just going to put some of these down through here so that if I want to check off some stuff that we've done in March, I can do that. And then let's see. I know I've got some sweet Kawaii design. This is the widest. I think that would go the best. Let's look at that. That I can do across through here to sort of take up some of these days that we aren't doing anything. Some of these empty days. And I think I got this at Hobby Lobby. Okay, so let's see. I might want just, will one more take away from it, y'all? All right, we'll do that. That's sort of got the colors going on. Okay, so now I did grab some boxes that sort of would go, but so I've got these boxes from my February kit that you can buy in the shop. They might be a bit long. We'll just have to see, because these are made for a 7x9 planner, not a cousin. So we'll just have to see if we can make them work. So let me get my book that's got my dates of what all's going down. Okay. So March the 19th. Some of this is going to be repeat if y'all have seen some of my other monthlies that I set up. But this was for my memo. At 10:30. And then $26 is when I had to go to Maddie's school and pick up graduation cap, and that is at 5:30. Okay, and then the 28th, which is today, I took my Amavig shot. All right, and then we had go down through here using these, and I'm gonna let them just hang over a little bit because it ain't gonna matter. We're already through for the majority of the part with August. Gosh, no, March. This is for Maddie's art. And it is from 1 to 4. Okay. Then, of course, Sundays are church. But I think for the most part, put here, leave for Indiana here. Okay. The notes part that I have to do was, let's see, yesterday I was, let's see, no, it was Wednesday and Tuesday. So let me put Clanton at 2 o'clock, and then Clanton at 4 o'clock. So I got those done. So we have been having trouble with my Jeep. Is a push start button Jeep, and it has not been wanting to crank. It says, even though we've got the fob and the key sitting right there in the car, it says it can't detect the key. It can't detect it. Okay, so let's go into April, and I'll try to talk and work. That's not easy for me, so we'll see how we get it done. This kit is from Exo Mama Plans. It is not for a cousin, but you know me, we're gonna make it work. But anyway, let's see how this comes off. Okay, so they made this to where we could put the days of the week there. And I don't need that, so I think I'm gonna need to trim this. Because we are using our stuff, aren't we guys? We're making this work. So anyway, it had gotten so bad, y'all, that now I have two key rings, two key fobs, but it wasn't mattering. It didn't like either one of them. It kept saying key not detected. All right, let me think just a minute. When is April the 1st is going to be on a Tuesday. Okay, so this might go up into there. A little bit, but I don't think it's going to be too much that I can't make it work. I don't think it's going to take away too much of my box, since it's way down here. So let's just try it. Okay, so I had went the other day. Now we have been dealing with this, and just so the push start button, you can pop it off and then you can pull the fob off the key and use the key. Well, it got to where it didn't like anything. And I was down at the Chevron the other morning, and I called Maddie. She was awake and doing school. I said, baby, I think you're gonna have to come get me. I mean, the car won't acknowledge this key. It has went totally black. The brake is hard and won't let me even, because you have to push my brake in, mash my start button to get things to crank up and go. It wouldn't let me mash the brake. It was just causing a big old fuss. So when Marshall come in around dinner time, he called the people in Clanton. They said, we'll just run it up here and let us see what it's doing, and then we can go from there with how to treat it. He said, okay. He said, Misty, jump in the car. This was on Tuesday. Maddie had just left going to art class, so she has to leave at 12 to get up there at 1 because it's an hour away. So she had just left for art class, and these little strips I cut off, I think I'm going to now run them up here, because this is what they were meant for. I got to turn this planner. Y'all, I'm sorry I have to keep turning this thing, but I I think my trouble is I need to get a chair that is taller. My desk is higher up, and so I can't see. And then the window that's right here casts a glare, and I cannot see unless I turn this book a certain way. But anyway, so Maddie had just left. Marshall told me to jump in the car and he would follow me up there, because they told him, you know, it might take us a day or two. Just be prepared to leave the vehicle with us. I said, no problem. So follow me up there, drop it off, and they try to get it to act up while we're there. Well, then they say it's not doing anything wrong. It's actually cranking up. And one fob will crank it. The other fob, it says not detected. So they said this fob has gone bad. So we will order you another one and program it. And Marshall said, okay, that'll work. So they ordered it for us. They call us Wednesday. Called Marshall, said, Marshall, it's here. Will you come back with the vehicle and bring the key that's some good, so we can use that key to program this new one? So he called me. He said, Missy, I can't turn loose. Will you run the car back up there so they can program it? And I said, sure. So what did we say? Tuesday is the 1st. Okay. So I got in the car and I ran it back up there. I had been there, I don't know, 30 minutes. And they come out and told me they couldn't get the key fob to work, the new one, that it programmed, but then when they went out there and tried to use it to crank my car, it said damaged key fob. So it didn't matter that they had programmed it, it come messed up. So they said, we're sorry, we need you to come back after we order a new one. We will call you as soon as it comes in. So I said, okay. And I text Marshall and told him, and he was like, my goodness. I was like, yeah. And I knew Wednesday that I had to be up in the total different direction at 5:30 that night to get Maddie's graduation stuff. And I was like, hopefully they won't call Wednesday. Maybe they'll get it in Thursday. No, that it couldn't happen that way. But thankfully it did come in at 2 o'clock, so I was able to run back up there about 25 minutes up the road and let them fix this one. So thankfully this one worked. It would program, and then it did crank up the car. And I got up there to pay, and it was $400 and something, y'all, like $420. I could not believe it. That little key fob was right at $300. And then labor was over $100. And then you got taxes on top of that. It's like, my word. It don't matter. Nowadays, you can't buy eggs right now without them being out the wazoo. Right now in Alabama, 12 count of eggs is $8. Yeah, I went and got me some chickens. Said, heck with this. And I go out there and I get my one little egg every day. Hopefully in June I'll be able to get 2 little eggs that my other little hen will be matured enough. So we got 3 chickens. I got a rooster and 2 hens. So my rooster is named Hey, and the one hen, it took us 2 weeks to catch her once she escaped, and we kept trying and trying and trying to get her, and she escaped several different attempts. She'd be sound asleep and we'd almost have her, and she would sense Marshall there and she would go flying out across the pasture. I'm talking like 10 o'clock at night. We would leave her till she was like out. So she don't get a pretty cute little girl name. Her name is Houdini. And I can't help it. She should have acted right and she wouldn't have been named like that. So we got Hey the rooster and Houdini. And then we got one more. They're all Rhode Island red chickens. And I got one more little hen. And I think I'm going to name her Rosemary. I'm still going back and forth with it, but I like Rosemary. She's sweet and cuddly. She will let me hold her. Let's see, I can't remember. Is there 30 days in April? Yes. 28, 29. And then we got 30. Alright, and then we know that the 20th is Easter. Trim it up just a smidgen, because I got to look at this one a little longer since it's April's calendar. So yeah, that was an expense. We were, I mean, we knew it would cost, but had no idea it would cost that. So Good Friday. Okay, so there's that, Good Friday, and then Palm Sunday. That is Sunday up here. But the one thing I can rest assured in, God knew it was coming. It didn't catch him by surprise. And he has the money. So if he wants us to have the extra money, he'll send the extra work, or he'll send the money some kind of way. I'm just resting that part. Okay, it's saying something about an Earth Day. I don't know what day an Earth Day is on. I'll have to look that one up. Okay, so now let's see. These boxes are decorative boxes, but they are a bit big. I'm gonna have to cut on them just a smidgen. we can do that. This won't need to be trimmed much at all. This away. So let me tell you real quick the surprise I got today. Well, maybe I didn't cut that as well as I thought I did. Hang on just a minute, y'all. Well, I'm trying not to cut through my Hobonichi. Well, we might just pick up these dates. And lay it over the top just like that. Okay, so I get a text message from my mother today. No, that don't look the best. That looks all jacked up. And I don't want it to look. Okay, we're just gonna go with that. Alright, so I get a text message from my mother today telling me that she just wanted to let me know that she did not have a brain bleed. Now this is how the text message reads. Just want to let you know I do not have a brain bleed. But my 7th and 8th ribs on my right side are broke. I didn't even know she's going to the doctor. Didn't know at all. And I texted her back and I was like, well, Mama, I'm sure glad you don't have a brain bleed. She had failed. She was down at our local feed and seed store, from what I understand, and tripped and fell, and she fell face first. And you know, it's not a grassy place, it's a gravel place and cement. And because she's on blood thinner, she needed to have x-rays and be seen about. But because she's Mama, she didn't want nobody worried about her. So her and Daddy just went to the doctor and handled it. Then decided to text us after all was said and done. That message. No brain bleed. But ribs 7 and 8 are broke. I told Marshall, I said, what is it with old people? I said, it's not worrying me. I said, what worries me is when them two don't talk to me and they handle it themselves. I don't want to be a burden. I know you and Marshall are busy and y'all got a lot on you. Gosh almighty, I love her to death, but that's not, the burden is when something happens and they're like, well, when was the last time you talked to your mom and them? Well, last time I talked to them, they were doing fine. Everybody seemed fine. No problem. She was headed home from work. But I thank the Lord for watching over her, even though I was clueless that she had failed, that anything was going on. So anyway, now, the dates that I've got to deal with in here. So we are gone this week. So let me put up here Union Bible College, Indiana. And that is all this week. We'll come home Saturday night sometime, I guess. I don't even know that for sure. I think that's right. Okay, so there's that marked off. Then orthodontist appointment on the 10th. Need to write that in. See, if I use those, I'm going to have to cut them down. So let's use this. An orthodontist appointment at 10 o'clock in the morning. And then let's see, on the 17th, I have a doctor's appointment with my sugar doctor. That is at 10:15. And then on the 30th, I have my regular doctor. This is blood work for like looking at cholesterol and stuff like that. At 8:45. Okay, Maddie does not have art that day because, let's see, she don't have art. Oh, I covered up the first. Why did I do that, y'all? Tuesday is the first. And I was just, look at there, I sure did. Were y'all hollering at me? I was supposed to cut that down. No wonder it looked jacked up. It was jacked up. And I had done it all by myself. Okay, now that looks better. Okay. So here I'm going to use this big one because this is no art class, because of course we'll be gone, but we do have art class the rest of the time. And Maddie had a lady get in touch with her about painting a 16 by 20 of their puppy, well, dog, well, no, not puppy, for her husband's birthday. Okay, and then on Friday, let's see, do they have, oh, we got a tooth here. That is wonderful. That can be my ortho. Yay. We got a car, so that can be us going to Indiana. Look at there. And then there's a doctor. That can be my blood work. So I was going, oh, Fridays are trash days. So I'll have to get my dad to put that out, or we can go ahead and sit it out before we go. That's what we're going to need to do. Okay, and then every Monday I have to do vitamin D and my Ozempic shot. Vitamin D, Ozempic, okay, and then I think I'm just, for those, I'm just going to use my, yep, not that side, this side, my dot, so I can check those off as I do them. Okay, so there's that. And then I've got these still, that as stuff happens or comes, I can add to it. So I think I'll use maybe this yellow header and put it up underneath here and just write notes. And then let's go again with the blue dot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we'll just do that for now, and if I need more, I'll create more. Alright, so that is the way it's looking so far for April, y'all. And this is about an hour long, so I think that is where we're going to stop. This is a long one. Thank y'all so much for sticking with me. This proves you do not have to have a cousin size to make a cousin kit. Just use your stickers, make them work for you, and save you money. So I will talk to y'all later. Have a good afternoon. Bye.